have to make you an interview because we have to respond some parts of our course.
Yes.
First, where are you from?
England.
England. In your country, it's usually that people ask for discounts when they are buying?
No, never.
And here in Peru, do you see people asking for discounts?
All the time.
And what is your opinion?
I find it very difficult, but I am travelling with a Belgian who has travelled to lots of countries, and he finds it very easy. He bargains all the time.
There is some difference that you're putting,
yes.
Now. And the second question is, sometimes do you make a business here in Trujillo?
No.
No. But for example, in the future, do you want to make business here, or it's not your market?
It's not my market. I'm too old.
No. Finally, what do you think about the social responsibility here?
The social responsibility. Is there any?
For example, in your country, some companies practice social responsibility. I mean, with the community, they work with the people around there. In what manner?
They usually provide pensions so that when people retire, they have money to live on. They often give nurseries so that women can work and leave their children in the nursery all day while they're working. That's if they're not old enough to go to school. They sometimes give them money when they're sick.
Yeah.
So it's social welfare.
And here in the EU, do you see any kind of social responsibility, or do you listen?
I haven't heard of any. That's not to say there isn't any, but I haven't heard of it.
Yes. In England, do you practice social responsibility in your community?
Yes, I work for an organisation called the Samaritans, and that means that I'm on the end of the telephone if somebody is thinking of committing suicide, wanting to kill themselves, and so I listen and talk to them and help them, maybe give advice, whatever it is they want to do. The idea is to try and stop them from actually killing themselves.
Do you like teen group?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because I think we all need support. I need support and everybody needs support. And I think if you work in a team, you can help much better than if you're by yourself.
For you, how important is the values in a company?
I think it's quite important. A big example is the banks. Who do the banks actually invest their money in? And if they invest their money in things that I don't like, then I won't bank with them. So for example, I wouldn't invest in a bank that is actually investing in mining in a place like Cajamarca, where the miners are actually digging for gold, using all the water with cyanide, and the people are left with nothing to drink. All the drink that they have is polluted, and so the animals drink polluted water, the people have polluted water. So I will not invest in the banks that are investing in the mine. I know it's a Canadian mine, but we have some English banks that are invested in it.
For example, I mean, here in Peru, we are trying that punctuality will be important because we are right late is irrespectful for when are working in companies.
Yes. That is one of the things that strikes you when you first come to Peru. This is the 4th time I've been here. And one of the things that strikes me is that there is no such thing as time. Everything is mañana.
Yeah.
Somebody says, I'll see you in an hour. They don't mean an hour. Somebody says, I'll come to you the next day. They don't come to you the next day. It's very, very difficult for foreigners to come here and find out that there is no such thing as time.
Do you think that your social culture influence in the decision that company makes? The social culture influence in the decision that company makes? For example, when the company do business in your community, the social culture influence in the decision?
Yes, it will do, because the company is the people that work there. And so whatever culture that community has, who are working there, they will take that culture with them.
And finally, what is your opinion about the Peruvian culture?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so many. There is no such thing as Peruvian culture. Because Peru is divided into three. You've got the coast, you've got the Andes, and you've got the Selva. And they're all different. And the north is different from the south. I have been in Arequipa for a year, and it's totally different to Trujillo. So there's no one culture, and that's because you are made up of lots of cultures. You have the Moche, you have the Chimu, you have the Wari, you have the Nazca, and they were all different. The Incas came along, and they made them all one empire, but you weren't one people, and you never will be. You're all who you are. The same as the English. We're not all the same. We've got Scots and Welsh and Germans and French.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.